Well, this is my Christmas message. Tonight it's Christmas Eve here in South Vietnam. I was really lucky. Our platoon had one man picked to go in to hear Mass with the bishop. He came around, to the major base in South Vietnam. I was one picked from my platoon. Right now, I'm at our main base camp back in the rear. This is the first time I've been back to the rear in 2 months, so it really feels pretty good. I actually had a chance to go to the PX, and wow, I couldn't believe it. Just the funniest thing was seeing South Vietnamese and not having them shoot at me. Well, as I said, I'm in the rear. I have all brand new clothes, new boots, and everything. Tomorrow we fly out of here at 6:45 in the morning, and we'll fly to Long Bin, where we'll have Mass in the afternoon. Unfortunately, we'll then go back out to our unit back on LZ Rita. By the way, that picture you sent me on the Catholic transcript was LZ Rita, that little bitty fire base I keep telling you about. All it is a bunch of bunkers and dirt. It was a wonderful place. I prefer the field. But anyway, as I said, here I am back at the rear. I couldn't get over my luck. I mean, the other guys are spending Christmas Eve now back out there manning bunkers and waiting for almost anything. But I actually got to come into the rear. The best part about it is I have my Clancy Brother records. I actually got a chance to play them. Matter of fact, that's all I've been doing since I got back here, is play the Clancy Brothers. Not only that, but I found a guy who knew about the Clancy Brothers and liked them. So we've been back here playing. I really couldn't ask for a better Christmas. It's really been great. I mean, compared to what I expected, being out in the field. But then I have been really lucky, as you know. By now, Mary should have told you about that bit with my run-in with bad guys and how I've been put in for a Bronze Star. Now, the captain said we probably won't get Bronze Stars because we missed the machine gunner. You see, some nut fired at me, but of course he missed me. And, don't worry, I'm perfectly alright, and I'm absolutely not hurt. And I'm quite proud of myself, as a matter of fact. That was a terrible shot. Terrible. I'll have to give him some gun training. Well, anyway, the captain figures we'll probably get some lesser medal with a V for Valor and all such good stuff like that. So I'm satisfied. I just want to get a medal, you know. You know your son. Crazy nut. But anyway, that's enough of that. I am really proud about that, though. To be put in for a Bronze Star is really pretty good. More than I expected. But anyway, so here I am again. The second time my luck rolling out. And just spur of the moment, they told me I was coming in for the field. I really couldn't believe it. And tomorrow we'll go to Long Bin, which is one of the major bases in South Vietnam. So I intend to take quite a few pictures. I'll be sending them home soon, so you'll be able to see. I got this idea about sending a tape, and I got in the rear and looked. I took one of my tapes that I had brought with me. You know, I never have a chance to play these, so I figured I'd just tape right over it. I kind of figured it'd be sort of a nice little thing to send back home. I don't have much else to send you. What do you think of that great manger I made? Pretty good, wasn't it? Oh, brother. But as I said, it's kind of quiet and peaceful here tonight. You know, it's the first night in a couple months I've been off guard. Back on the field and on the LZ Rita, we have to pull guard at night, but here I got away with it. And we're sort of having a little party. We actually have electric lights and we have tents. I'll be sleeping in a bed tonight, so I'm really one of the lucky ones. Only 3 out of the company got to come. But then I didn't get to see the Bob Hope show. They also picked guys, one guy from each platoon to see that. That was a couple of days ago. That was the day I ran into the nut with the machine gun who ducked and pulled the trigger. But like I said, it's no estimate, we found 20 tons of rice, or enough to feed a division for over a week. So there's going to be an awful lot of very pissed off North Vietnamese running around the woods with empty stomachs. I mean, that's the biggest rice find in this area during the entire time the war's been going on. No one has ever found more rice in my company. There's going to be write-ups in the Cavalry magazine and all sorts of things. By the way, I sent you one of the Cavalry 2 of the Cavalry magazines, for that matter. I don't know when you'll be getting them. I send them regular mail. And it doesn't have me in it, but it just picture what we do over here. And it's kind of a nice little thing to have, you know. You can see what's going on, how I'm running around the woods. You can see what the helicopters look like. Of course, these are real old. These magazines are 6-month-old. And this was taken back up north, and we're down south now. That's beside the point. For that matter, we're going to move farther south. My battalion is leaving this LZ, which is a real super-duper one. You know, it's right out there on the border. So we're leaving that, and we're going to a nice, quiet area where all will be running into his VC. The VC are the South Vietnamese bad guys. We've been fighting the North Vietnamese, which is worse. No good fighting them. They're terrible. They're regular soldiers. It's a regular war over here. And it's guerrilla business. It's also quite cold over here. I think I'm catching cold. The daytime it's hot, but at night, man, it freezes up. Not really, but it gets cold. We sleep under blankets. Bet you never thought that. But, that's the way it goes. I suppose there's not much more for me to say. I don't know how this stupid tape is working. This is one of the original tapes. I'm doing this outside because I don't feel like standing around in there taping and everybody listens to me. It's really kind of nice. I'm just sort of sitting, laying back here. I have a bunch of sandbags, looking at everybody. The tents are open, so you can just watch them. And everybody's pretty happy tonight. Actually, the mess hall was all decorated really fancy with Christmas trees and Christmas music, and it really isn't half bad over here, you know. I mean, what can you expect? It almost seems almost like Christmas. I know, back out in the LZ on Rita, I mean, there was absolutely no Christmas spirit because everything was the same as usual. There was no change. Pattern of life went on. We did the same old stuff. This morning I was policing up garbage and spreading more barbed wire and all good stuff like that. And, you know, standing guard and looking out. And usual good old stuff. That noise in the background is helicopters taking off. Helicopters constantly running around here. That's what I flew in on, is a helicopter. And tomorrow we fly to see the bishop in a helicopter. That's all I'm doing is fly around in helicopters. But I don't mind it. I kind of like flying, you know, it's good. I had a chance to take a pretty good shower tonight. I just came from the fact, got all brand new clothes. Swiped a pair of brand new boots. He told us to polish our old ones, but I swiped a new pair, you know. I deserve a new pair, after all. Anybody who's been putting for a Bronze Star deserves a new pair of boots, the way I look at it. Boy, you can bet your life that everybody knows that I was putting for a Bronze Star. I mean, you know, wow. In fact, I wrote Dave, of course, and gave him a whole rundown. In fact, after the whole incident, I ran out there. Actually, you know, we found more rice. We found about 50 more bales of rice when the North Vietnamese ran away. There's only one of them, and he ran off. We found more rice there. I mean, we found about 150 bags, 200 to 300-pound bags each. I got some good pictures of me laying in the rice. So we naturally poured it all out and destroyed it. We threw gasoline on it, we threw tear gas on it, we threw everything on it. So we burnt it all up so they wouldn't have it, of course. It seemed like pretty much of a waste, but we couldn't take it, of course. I mean, we had to destroy it, otherwise they'd get it, so. But when you think about it, you ever could see this. I mean, it was around 20 tons of rice. We found out now. I was only 16, about 10 to 16 tons before, but now they find out it was 20 tons. It's quite a bit of rice. Matter of fact, that's more rice than Uncle Ben has. And this was polished rice. It wasn't raw stuff right out of the field. This was regular, good old rice. Matter of fact, I took some of it. We were cooking it up. We ate it. It's pretty good. You know, I mean, why not? We found it. We deserve it. So, we'd be surprised what we eat over here. You know, we change our diet from sea rations, so we'll eat any food we can catch. Just had a break there. A few people walked by, and I don't like talking. A bunch of people running by me. It embarrasses me. There goes another one. Oh well. So they're selling beers over here, and everybody's pretty festive mood, you know, and they're having a good time. It's really kind of nice in here. A beautiful night. I mean, it's cool. It's not hot. I feel pretty good. I'm really cleaned up for a change, and I have my nice long sideburns and my mustache. Did you know my sideburns halfway down turn red, just like my mustache? I'm a two-tone kid. It's really funny. When I go back to the war, as we call the United States, because I know the Army won't let me have big long sideburns, but when I get out, I'm going to keep them. I really like them. Alright, wait.